What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to show you a quick tutorial of how to use BimmerCode on your F30 BMW. If you don't know what BimmerCode is, basically it's an app you can get on either iPhone or Android that lets you mess with the electronic modules in the car and gives you access to a bunch of custom settings that you wouldn't usually get in your normal iDrive menu. I'm going to give you a quick tutorial and show you my setup, the settings I like to use. One of my favorites is like getting rid of the warning messages you get on your screens. Like for example, when you put the car in reverse, the backup camera turns on and it gives you that message to check your surroundings. I already know to check my surroundings when I'm reversing. I don't need that message. So you can do stuff like that and it's perfectly safe. I've ran this on 2 different BMWs, never had any trouble. If you want to go back to your OEM settings, it automatically creates backups. So you just like load one of your backups, very easy to reverse. There's also a mode called expert mode, but I'm not going to be getting into that today. I've found that everything I needed to do could be done with the basic mode, which is a lot easier and safer. You don't want to mess with expert mode unless you actually know what you're doing. To use BimmerCode, you need a smartphone with the BimmerCode app installed, which you can get from the App Store. You also need either an ENET cable with a phone adapter or a Bluetooth OBD device, and I have everything you need in the description. Okay, I'm going to start by showing you how to connect your car to BimmerCode. First, I'm going to show you using the Bluetooth OBD adapter, and then after that I'll show you how to do it with the ENET cable. Before you connect, you want your car to be shut off, but you want it to be in accessory mode. So with the engine off, you just push your start stop button one time. So for the Bluetooth adapter, step 1 is going to be to plug your adapter into the OBD port. Once the OBD is plugged in, you want to make sure to turn your lights off, turn your AC off, anything that might be running. On top of that, unplug any accessories. Like in my case, it would be a radar detector, anything that's going to drain power from your battery. And if you think you have a weak battery, you can put a battery charger on while you do this. From here, you want to turn airplane mode on, Wi-Fi off, Bluetooth on. And if you have Apple CarPlay, go in your iDrive settings, disconnect your phone from Apple CarPlay, and then also in your phone settings, you can go and disable Apple CarPlay. Now from here, just open the BimmerCode app. You can go to the settings, select the adapter you're using. In my case, it is the V-Peak. And if you have the correct adapter set, done, and hit connect. It looks like I have to open up my settings and allow BimmerCode to use Bluetooth. All right, BimmerCode Bluetooth is enabled now. And I'm gonna try to reconnect. And there you go, I was able to connect. You can select your car right there and just hit continue and begin the coding process. Now I'm gonna show you really quickly how to do it with a hardwired connection using the ENET cable and a phone adapter. Typically I prefer the hardwired connection because there's less like random connectivity issues. But the process is pretty similar. You start by plugging this into your OBD port. Just like with the Bluetooth connection, you're going to want anything that's going to drain your battery to be turned off or disconnected. And then from here, you turn airplane mode on, Bluetooth off, and Wi-Fi on. After that, you can go ahead, open your BimmerCode app, go to settings, select the ENET cable as the adapter, done, and hit connect with your car in accessory mode. And there you go, my car pops right up. Select that one, 3 Series, continue, and now you're ready to code. Once you're connected, you can see the list of the modules you can mess with. I'm going to go through and I'm going to show you my custom settings. So we'll start with active sound design. This is basically what plays fake engine noises through your speakers when you're driving, but honestly that never really bothered me and I don't notice it that much, so I'm just going to leave it. But you can deactivate it if you want. And you can see in the bottom right you have the backups, and when you change a setting you just hit code, automatically codes and creates a backup of your original setting. Next, I'm going to go to the advanced crash safety module. From here I want the seatbelt reminder for driver's seat, not active, seatbelt reminder for passenger, not active, and then same with the indicators, not active on all of them. And then I'm going to go ahead and code that. So I always wear my seatbelt while I'm driving, so do my passengers, but all the like indicators and whatever the sounds it makes. To me, it's kind of annoying. Sometimes I'll have something in the passenger seat and it'll think somebody's riding there and it'll start beeping at me. So I just decided to disable that. From here, I'm going to move into air conditioning. And in the air conditioning, I want the air conditioning setting memory. I want that to be active. And then I want the air circulation memory to be active because I like it to remember my last setting. And I have nothing to code here. I've already coded this, but basically once you do this, it's going to ask you to turn your car on so it can like recalibrate. So just turn your car on. It's going to have a flashing light above the AC button, and you're just going to go ahead, wait till that's done, then shut the car off and continue coding. No big deal. From here, I'm going to go to the all-around view camera. This is my 360 camera, but nothing really I want to mess with here. So I'm going to skip that. Go to camera-based driver assistance program. Again, yeah, nothing I really want to mess with here. Next is going to be the electronic transmission control. I already have the sport automatic transmission, so nothing to do here. After that, front electronic module. From here, I'm going to want, or you can see some of the settings here to mess with the lighting, audio, all that. I'm going to go straight to the auto start stop function. I want auto start stop off by default, have that active. Auto start stop function memory, set that to active, and then not active in eco mode. Basically, I really don't like the auto start stop feature on these cars. For me, it's kind of annoying, so I like to get as close as I can to disabling it, which in this case, after you change these settings, it's only going to be active when you actually push the auto start stop button. Otherwise, you can flip into sport and go back to eco. Auto start stop will not turn back on. And other than the auto start stop, I'm going to scroll down to horn signal when locking the car with engine running. So if your car's turned on, you leave and you lock the car with your remote, it honks at you. Personally, I don't really like that, so I set that to not active. And then window lifter interruption when opening the door. If I'm rolling my window up and I open the door, I want it to continue rolling my window up. So I'm going to go ahead and set that one to not active and then hit code. But again, since I already coded my car before, my settings are already saved. So I'm just going to move on to the next module. The next one is front light electronics left. You can mess with angel light eye brightness, but I'm not going to mess with any of that. Same with on the other side. So let's go over to head unit. The first thing I'm going to mess with here is the start animation. I like M variant 1. One of the first videos I ever created on this channel was me displaying every single startup animation you can do on the car. So I'm going to link that. You should go check that video out so you can just see what they all look like and then pick which one you like. M variant 1 is my favorite. From here, I want the sport display color. I want that in red. I think it looks cooler in red than in orange. And now if you scroll to the bottom, this is one of my favorite settings to mess with. Warning at startup, not active. Camera warning, also not active. So that's what I talked about in the beginning of the video. It's those little warning messages you get on the iDrive screen when you turn your car on that tells you, oh, don't be distracted by this while you're driving. I think they do it for liability reasons or something. Either way, I know not to drive distracted. I don't need a little message on iDrive telling me. Let's move on to the instrument cluster from here. I think the only thing I really messed with over here was start logo. Let's see, keep that at BMW. And performance logo, yeah, I'll keep that. That's in your instrument cluster, it'll show a little M logo when you turn your car on sometimes. So other than that, I didn't mess with anything here. Again, I already have it set, so I'm not going to code it. Next, integrated chassis management. What I like to set here is start in eco mode to active. Basically, my driving style is either I'm in eco mode or I'm in sport plus. So I'm either getting good gas mileage or just going hard. I don't really use sport or comfort. Okay, next I'm gonna go over to the rear electronic module. This is a cool setting because you can turn daytime running tail lights, outer part and inner part. If you set both of those to active, your tail lights are going to be on all the time, just like your daytime running lights in the front. And if you have the LCI tail lights, those lights look really cool. Why not run them all the time? From here, I am going to move over to roof function center. So my car already plays the sound when I lock the doors with my remote, so I'm not going to mess with any of that stuff. And then the last one is going to be seat module driver, and I like to set my seat heating cooling memory to unlimited, so it just kind of remembers my last heated seat setting. And then you would also go ahead and code that. And that's it for my BimmerCode setup, guys. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. Go check out the Instagram, give me a like, comment, all that. Subscribe. I have a lot more BMW videos coming.